All right, welcome back, guys. We are live for the 2026 Whistler NorAm. The course is looking super, super awesome. There is 6 features in total, 2 rails up top into a jump, and then another rail and 2 more jumps following. These jumps are quite large, but built really, really well. The athletes have been training on them all week, the last couple days, and looking really, really good. The weather's held out nicely for us, and we're excited to get things underway with qualifying here. We have men's qualifying for today. There's 4 heats and about 20 athletes in each heat. Today's heat 1 is starting off very soon, and we're excited to get things underway. The first drop is Jacob Durpo, but we might have a forerunner coming in quickly before that just to get the judges ready. We'll keep you guys in the loop, but things are starting off very soon. My name is Bruce, by the way, and I'll be announcing this this event. We also have Aiden Fraser in the booth with me here today.
Oh, hey.
So we'll be you guys' hosts for this weekend. Yeah, it's going to go off really, really well. Today we have slopestyle qualifying for men. Like I said, tomorrow is qualifying for the women for slopestyle and finals for the women and men's slopestyle as well. And then on Saturday we have big air, which will be awesome as well. It'll be on the first jump you guys see in the course. That's where the big air will be. So keep that in mind when you guys are watching all the athletes do their slope runs. They'll also be doing big air on the first jump as well. And today's judging panel is broken into split sections. So there'll be 3 judges judging the first 3 features and 3 judges judging the last 3 features as well. And it looks like we got Jacob Durpo in the start gate dropping in for his first run. He's the first athlete of the day. This guy's from Ontario. He's a great skier, rails and jumps. Starting things off with the 4 prets 2. Really clean on the first rail into the rainbow. And just coming off a bit early on that switch 2 back 2, but he's going to try to hold it together here coming into that first jump. Coming into the first jump with a big dub 10. You guys can see the weather is a little bit foggy today, a little bit gray, but the clouds are holding off for us, so the athletes are able to get after it. Big back 8 off the cannon rail for Jacob, and it looks like he kind of reverted, and he's coming into the first jump. So this is probably just a wash, knuckling that second jump. He'll be looking towards his second run. But that's the first athlete of this heat, and we got, let me just look at the start list here. We got another 19 athletes to go, so lots and lots of skiing coming your way today, especially with 4 heats. And we do have an awesome instant replay, so we'll be able to see this. And you will see right here, this is the first rail where he kind of came off a bit early to that left side. It looks like the speed might be a little bit tough for some of the athletes today. I've seen some people going big in training and some people maybe coming up a bit short. There's definitely a lot of fresh snow overnight, so it's making the course a little bit trickier, but the park staff did a great job of cleaning everything up for us today.
Definitely more as more athletes ski the course, it'll probably speed up a little bit for them. And also as they hit the rails, some of that sticky morning grease will slide right off, and hopefully it'll go better for them.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of athletes in training yesterday because of the weather. It was a bit wet, heavy snow. They were having some issues with sticky rails. It looks like they're sliding pretty smoothly today. Hopefully that keeps up. And it looks like the jumps, like I said, speed's a little bit iffy, but it looks like they're running pretty well.
Yeah, I saw that third rail feature after the first jump, getting some people stuck in training there. So hopefully it is running better for the comp runs.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some awesome drone footage today, which is looking really, really good. It's nice to be able to see the whole course and follow the athletes top to bottom like this. And to have a live stream like this at a NorAm is really amazing. It's not something that we had in the past, so this is a big step up.
Yeah, it's been a crazy season. It's been live streams almost at every NorAm this year, and Whistler is following with the trend, keeping it live stream. Super sick, super grateful for that. Makes it much more exciting for us who aren't on the course today.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did a great job hosting this event, Whistler and Whistler Blackcomb. Everything is running very smoothly. We got Zeppelin Pilero. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any names wrong. It's not my strong suit. Clean through the first rail and just coming off a bit early on that second rail as well, same as Jacob. So he's probably going to be looking towards the second run, but he's going to try to pull something together here throughout the rest of the run. Big 14 on the first jump. Holding on to it, coming into that third rail feature. Nice big back 4 to start things off and switch into the second jump. We got a little bit of a lag here, so we'll see what he ends up doing. Looks like a switch 5 coming into the last feature.
Probably just using this run as a setup so that he can stomp his second run after the little bobble on the first rail section there.
Yeah, absolutely. So for some of you guys that are new to how slopestyle is scored, it's basically they use the paved method, but it's all throughout your whole run. Everything has to be clean top to bottom. So yes, difficulty and like trick selection is very important, but if you're falling off rail features a little bit early or putting a hand down on a jump, it's going to be more or less a throwaway run. And with the level of athletes in each heat, you're going to have to be almost perfect to make it to finals. There's only 5 people out of the 20 in each heat that make it to finals. So they're cutting 3/4 of the field. There's 80 people and only 20 make it to finals. So we're going to be looking for these athletes to put down perfect runs in order to give themselves a chance to go to finals. All right, we got Bib 66 up next. Oliver Neal.
Let's go, Ollie.
Yes, this guy's been on one all season long, so we're looking for him to put down an awesome run today. Starting things off with a nice 450 onto the first rail.
Taking it to the gap to down, he's going to go switch 6, continuing 2.
Crazy rail section there, spinning both directions, big spins on and off. So starting off very good in the first section for Oliver Neal, coming into the first jump here. Big dub 14 to the right, looking super clean through this section so far, into the third rail. Front 6, super, super nice, super smooth. Oliver's on a run right now. Switch dub 9 in the second one. Oh, it just comes up a bit short, holding on to it.
Still making the run count, ending with a cork 7, so landed, but maybe not the highest degree of difficulty on his last jump there. Maybe wanting to clean that up for his second run, but still a landed run can go a long way in tough conditions.
Yeah, absolutely, Aiden. And he did a great job like holding that run together after coming up a bit short on that second jump. His top section was really, really good. Rails, jump, everything into that second last jump where he just came up a little bit short. We'll see if we can see it on the instant replay here. But like I said earlier, when these athletes are trying to qualify, they're going to want to be clean top to bottom. But if it is tricky conditions out here, and we have seen the first 2 athletes have kind of what we'd consider a crash score. So putting something together, even just doing that cork 7 on the last jump is still something that's very important, and you never know where you'll end up at the end of the day. That front 6 was sweet with the shifty out. Oliver Neal making it look easy and just getting a little caught up here. Maybe thought he had a bit more time in the air than he did. It's kind of hard with these flat-like conditions to see, what's up and down. The snow and the sky kind of looks a little bit similar when you're flipping like that.
We got Gigi dropping in right now from Quebec, going switch 2 to switch.
Yeah, this guy's an absolute rock star. He likes to send it on the jumps, and he's making it through the top section pretty clean with that switch forward to forward. You can see him tucking for speed into this first jump. This is where Gigi really shines on the jump, so I'm excited to see what he's got here. It looks like he's going into a nice big 14 safety, opening up a little bit, maybe going too big and washing out. Bit of a bummer for Gigi, but he'll be back for his second run to put one down. And these athletes do have 2 tries, so they're going to be taking their best score from the 2, and whoever's sitting in the top 5 will be going to finals.
Yeah, I get to ski another day.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys are trying to follow with the scores, you can follow along with live heats. Oliver Neal came in with a 73 as an unofficial score. So even though he did have a little bit of a bobble on that second and that third jump, just maybe taking it a little bit easier, putting together a full run still, and he's actually up at the top of the leaderboard for now. So it goes to show you that you should still try to finish the run no matter what.
Yeah, and we've got Martin Kingston up next. Marty, he's definitely one to look out for after a few podiums this season. Skating into that first rail section. He's going to take the flat down, go switch to pretzel 270 out.
Yep, cutting across into that rainbow feature with a big switch forward to forward. He's one of these athletes that, like Aiden said, is somebody to look out for. He's very good on the rails, very good on the jumps, and has great style. And so far, he's cruising through that first top section with a dub bio 10 on the first jump. A little hard to see the landing, but it looked like he came around and stomped it there. Coming into the first rail, front 6 tail. He's on one.
Very nice. Gonna go switch dub 9 on that first of the 2 bottom jumps.
And a big dub 10 on the last jump there. That right there is one of the better runs we've seen so far today. Clean top to bottom, 3 doubles, different axes, different rotations, different grabs. Very good run from Marty.
I'm thinking he will get rewarded for taking that long teardrop rail there, as it's a difficult rail to make it to the end, let alone to trick. So definitely the judges will be admiring that over the alternative of the down, gap to down.
Yes, absolutely. And you can see how he lands super high up on that rainbow to down rail, and he's sliding the whole thing, which is definitely something the judges are going to be looking for. When athletes are spinning in and out of rails, they want to see them grind the majority of the rail when they can, not just like bouncing off the last foot of it. So Marty did a great job there and put down a clean run.
Yeah, and for sure has some flow through his run, some nice swag as he gets it from top to the bottom. So definitely a fun athlete to watch.
Yeah, definitely one of the swaggier athletes on the course, as we would say. Up next, we got Landon Owen-Mold, Whistler local from Freestyle, BC. Really fun guy to watch. He's got some big tricks, good tricks on the rails as well. And he's definitely one of the athletes that has a great chance of making finals today and putting down an awesome run. So we're excited to see him drop in a second here.
Yeah, I'm a little biased here in the announcing booth right now for Landon. He's letting me stay at his house here in Whistler, so shout out Landon for that, and I'm excited to see him put it down. He's been very focused, very locked in these past few days.
Yeah, he's been on one all season long, and for letting you stay at his place this weekend and giving you a spot to stay, we're gonna be cheering for him. We're gonna be screaming loud for this.
Oh, definitely.
This run. But no, in all seriousness, though, Landon, top to bottom, he's kind of got the whole package, jumps, rails, and I think he'll be putting one together really nicely here. This is his home kind of resort where he trains, so he'll be used to the jumps, the speed, all that kind of stuff.
Going switch to back to on that first rail.
And a K-Fed on that long down rail. So maybe not the hardest rail tricks, but clean top to bottom, and he's putting something together that's going to get him a good score. When it comes to qualifying for finals, it's not always about doing the hardest things. It's about landing a nice, clean run and putting something together.
Yeah, couldn't quite see that jump, but he's going to go back 4 on the third rail there, getting a little shifty in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's been clean so far throughout the run with the big switch Misty 9. Oh,
ooh.
Just coming up short on that second last jump on the switch Misty 9 and hitting the knuckle.
Oh,
I hope
shoot.
he's okay. It looks like that was not a fun landing right there.
Yeah, he's just going to be taking a breather for us, taking a sec.
Yeah, those are the kind
Hopefully
of slams.
he's all good.
Yeah, those are the kind of slams that kind of knock the wind out of you and takes a second just to recuperate. But it does look like hopefully he's okay and it's nothing too serious. He'll be back up for his second run.
I know Landon only actually did 1 day of training this competition after taking a pretty heavy slam in Aspen. So hopefully he's all good, not feeling too bruised.
And we got Marty Kingston's score from his first run coming in with a 71.6 in second. Maybe a little bit of a hand touch or butt touch on that dub bio 10 we saw in the first jump. It was kind of hard to see the landing from our angle. Might have been what was holding his score back, but otherwise still a great score and a great run.
And Landon seems to have gotten up off the course, so hopefully he's all good, just maybe a little winded. And we have Avery Macyk up next. I know his mom made a little impromptu trip to Whistler to come watch him, so he's got some fans on the hill.
As she should. He's going to put down a heater right here with a backstop to switch on the DFD. Something a little bit different and unique. Switch 2 to forward on the second rail feature. Maybe coming off a little bit early to that left side, but still going to try to put a run together here. Not the biggest mistake, something that you can definitely make up for in the rest of the course, especially when you're doing a dub 14 like that on the first jump. That was super clean. Backslide, back cork 4. Wow, really putting something together on those third and fourth features. Coming into the second jump, switch dub 10.
Ooh, on a cool axis, getting a little bit spinnier, and he's coming to go other way switch dub 10, putting together a run. He's stoked to have gone through the course, and I'm stoked for him also. Maybe opportunity to clean up some of those rails in the top section in his second run, but still getting through the course pretty solid.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like his choice and jump selection in the last two features, doing switch dub 10 to switch dub 10. The last jump doing the switch dub 10 with the shifty in it was really, really beautiful. Maybe a little bit like sketchy on a couple things where he's like getting caught up in the snow. There's a lot of snow on the course for these athletes. And yes, they have groomed it and they have side slipped it, but there are parts where if you go a little bit offline, you might get caught in some extra snow. But he's put together a really good run here, and we're excited to see what kind of score he gets.
Yeah, big shout out to some of the volunteers this morning. Did an early lift load at 7:45 to get this course slipped and ready for these athletes. So thank you, moms and dads and random athletes out there who want to help out. We've got Anton Holter dropping in next, and we will see him in a sec.
Yeah, we'll be right back with you guys on the live stream as we're fixing the drone batteries, getting ready for the next couple runs. We're going to look out our window here and see if we can see him on this first of 3 jumps. Looks like a big dub 10 coming through that third jump. Very clean.
Yeah, looks good. Start flying.
We are back for the live stream. We'll be back with the next one. It's going to be Jeremy Gagne after Anton Holter. He's a fellow skier on Team Canada with us. Really, really good rail skier, good jump skier, all around. Great guy. If you know this guy personally, he's somebody who always has candies in his pocket. He's eating candies 24/7. We call him the candy monster. But all in all, Jeremy is one of the heavier athletes in this this field today, and he'll be somebody that we're looking forward to seeing put down something on the rails and the jumps.
You definitely need some of those emergency gummies at the top of the course while you're shivering and just needing a boost of energy. So maybe Jeremy's on to something, and we should all start carrying some gummies in our pockets when we compete.
Yeah, I mean, if I could ski rails like Jeremy and gummies help, I would be doing that every day of the week. So, yeah, Jeremy's really good, whether it's tech rail tricks or big spins in. Super, super good at them. I think he's gonna really stand out in these first couple features, and then the jumps, he's more than capable. He's got some big tricks, some really unique tricks, switched up misties.
And we're going to see the Anton Holter, who we unfortunately missed on the live stream, actually moves into the first place position. So hopefully a good run for him.
Yeah, it looks like he must have put down something nice. Jeremy doing a switch 2 back 2 in the first rail on the right there, the flat down, and a big 4 into forward, kind of backsliding. Maybe not locking in quite as well as you would have wanted to on that first rail, but still making it through pretty clean, coming to the first jump here.
Making it to the end, but maybe able to up the ante next run.
Yeah, exactly. And he's coming into this first jump. We're a little delayed on the live stream, but it looks like out my window he did a nice dub 12. We'll see if we'll catch it, but he'll be coming into the next feature soon. Yeah, grabbing blunt in that dub 12. Super sweet from Jeremy.
Going switch 2 on the second rails. Not sure what happened out of it, but
yeah, it looks like he might have knuckled or just messed up on that second jump. So he'll be looking for his second run here. Definitely tough conditions for these athletes today. Like, the course is running pretty well, but yesterday's training was a little bit of a wash, mainly just due to weather. They weren't able to hit most of the rails and jumps, so they really only had one full day of training. Sometimes it's like that when it comes to freestyle skiing. We are up on a mountain in Whistler, so weather is always a factor. But the athletes are still putting down some good runs. And I think finals tomorrow as well, we'll see some really crazy tricks as well.
yeah, I think they got some reps on some rails yesterday when they weren't sticky. So that's why we're seeing some cooler rail tricks up at the top here.
Hey, man, that's fine.
Nice.
All right, up next we got bib 111 Sullivan Rudrick coming into the first rail feature here, the flat down. Looks like it's going to be a big 450 on to switch. Super clean.
Coming in switch to that second rail. And I'm hoping it was good because he's coming in forward to Shaq here.
Missed it already. Yeah. Live stream issues a little bit here. We're missing some of Sullivan's run. Hopefully he's putting down a solid one right now. Maybe decking that second jump a little bit. It's hard to tell.
We got Nathan Berriot from Quebec dropping in next.
Yes, we. I'm going to put on some Quebec English accents for you guys here, but all seriousness though, Nathan Berriot, he's a really good rider from Quebec. He's got great rails and great jumps as well. And he's had some good results on the NorAm circuit this season. It looks like he might already be on course here. Well, it's a bit hard to tell coming into the first jump.
He did a left 14 on that first jump.
Yeah, we just spotted him out our window.
Mm-hmm. You can kind of see it now on the live stream, maybe.
Yeah, we are having a
You
little
can
bit
do
of
a little bit of
technical
a
difficulties.
guesstimate.
Oh, and looks like he crashed out of that third rail feature.
Hopefully he's all good and ready to go for his second run. Show us what he's got.
Yep. And as we're working with the drone here today, especially up in Whistler, it makes things a little bit difficult, but we're hoping to have everything fully set up and like on track for finals as well tomorrow, and hopefully make sure we get all those runs for you guys.
Seamus Zernhelt will be our next athlete to drop.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what he gets up to. I actually haven't seen one of his runs yet this season, so
I was able to watch him a little bit at Junior Worlds. Was at my local hill, COP in Calgary, Alberta, and he definitely is one to look out for.
Yeah, it's nice. A little bit of anticipation
Yeah.
for me here to see what he gets up to. It looks like he's coming in this first rail switch with a nice switch to back to on the flat down, and then into this gap to down two right there. 4 on to switch, making it through the rails clean, coming switch into the first jump here.
Getting as much speed as he can, cooking in, tucking in.
Yeah, that first switched up 9 on the first jump, making it look nice and easy. That first jump with a lot much speed going switch is definitely intimidating, so good on him. He's coming into the cannon rail here in the third rail feature. Looks like maybe a back 450 out of that rail or 630. 630 coming forward. Ooh, just going down on that second jump. Kind of hard to tell exactly what happened there, but it looked like maybe a right deb 10 coming up a little bit short. He'll be looking for his second run to put down a score as well. We haven't seen a lot of top to bottom full landed runs, so it's going to be important for these athletes to, even if they come off a rail like slightly early, to really try to keep the rest of the run like together and put a full pull down, as we haven't seen a lot of like top to bottoms that are really clean.
For sure, still committing to getting a run put down, even though if it's not the ideal run for you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's frustrating. Sometimes you come off a rail a little bit early. You're like, okay, trying to refocus and get back in the headspace to make the rest of the run count. Up next, we got Alexander Lavoie, bib number 20, coming into the first rail flat down. Looks like he may have done a 450 on or switch to on. Other way, 450 onto the down rail. And it looks like maybe just reverting or crashing on that second rail there. And like we just said, there's a lot of crash scores and not clean top to bottom runs. So There might be a little bit of strategy here for athletes in the second run, taking it a little bit easier, but doing a really clean run and making sure they land something solid for the judges. Because if you don't land a clean run, you're not going to be going to finals. So, yes, difficulty matters, but you also have to make sure that you have a clean run top to bottom as well. So, it's a little bit of gamesmanship here.
For sure. Some strategy to it.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about it off the top of my head and look at scores here, we maybe have only had like 2 or 3 like full top to bottom runs that were done clean. So,
And still with room for improvement on some of them. Looking at those athletes in the top positions, they definitely have a little bit more in them as well.
yeah, for sure. A lot of these athletes are doing what they can to make it to finals and then really saving some energy and some surprise tricks maybe to go a bit harder. We got Dexter McPherson up next coming into the flat down. Looks like a 4-on to switch, a little bit hard to tell. Kind of missing that second rail there. Coming into the first jump.
Looks like he's going to do a forward 14 on that first jump.
Yeah, looks like he came out very clean out of that and hitting that cannon rail, maybe doing a front 2 or 2 in front 2. I'm not exactly sure there. Switch into the third jump, missed that shot. And the last jump looks like it's a right cork 7, just tagging the knuckle. Looks like he did put together a full run top to bottom, though. And like we said earlier, there's something to be said about putting together a clean run.
For sure, we've seen some already higher scoring runs with a single in them. So that'll definitely be a run for Dexter that could have improvement, but also will put him in a comfortable standing.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 5 more athletes left in Heat 1 for the first run, and then we're going to go back up to the top of the start list for run number 2. And then after that, we're going to have a quick break for the athletes in Heat number 2 to do 2 warm-up laps and then get back into the comp.
Oh, looks like a switch to maybe slightly off early for Jackson Atkinson.
Yep, and to the other way, switch to back to onto the down tube. He's coming into this first jump here, and this jump shack left is what they call it in Whistler. The in run is really big, like it's a long, fast in run. You're flying down the mountain, and the takeoff is just a roller coaster. It's just a slow ride all the way up to the top. But it looks like he did a nice big dub 10 there, maybe going deep, but stomping, coming into the cannon rail. And we're seeing a lot of athletes at this cannon rail on the left side there. Nice back 4. Switch into the second jump. Kind of missing that a little bit there. Looked like maybe a switch 5, not sure. And I honestly couldn't tell you what that was.
Yeah, me neither, but I'm hoping it went well for Jackson.
Yeah, all in all, it looked like
Looks like he made it to the bottom of the course.
yeah, minus that first rail, it looked like a pretty clean run.
Yeah.
It may be coming off a little bit early there, but right here is pretty good. We'll see like the athletes hitting both rail decks. I would say the rail deck at the top on the left, the down flat down to the rainbow to down is a little bit more difficult, and the judges will be rewarding that. And then the last rail deck feature, we have the up cannon and then like more of a flat rail. And we've seen most of the athletes hitting the up cannon, as I think it just lines up a little bit better with the landing and it allows a little bit more options to do tricks out of. But you will see some athletes switching it up between the flat down, going over to the rainbow.
Yeah, for sure. This course is like a course. It's got some turns in it, so it's hard to line up for which shoulder you're looking over. Switch can be altered by which feature you're on, which way the course is turning. It's a little bit difficult to manage.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a course that requires you to not only do tricks, but to actually ski. You have to ski this course. If you come off that cannon rail in the third deck switch, you got to do a nice carve around into the second and third jump, and same for the last rails into the first jump. Coming into that first jump switch it's not easy. You have to be able to ride switch, be able to ski really well, and yeah, this course is not just park skiing.
Yeah, we've got Max Martina dropping in right now. Also a little biased for this one, another Calgary athlete that I've skied with in the past.
Yeah, coming into this flat down, and it looks like he may have just gone down there.
Oh, shoot.
maybe a 450 on and catching or ski coming off somewhere in
Yeah.
the mix.
It's okay, Max. You got second run for sure. Put it down. That's why we have 2 runs, is so that these little bobbles that are destined to happen can be looked over.
Yeah, it's so hard to be consistent in freestyle skiing, let alone slopestyle skiing. It's probably one of the hardest sports to be consistent in and constantly put down runs. And all these athletes are really having to like push themselves to make finals with a hard cut of 5 people. So they're bound to make little mistakes here and there. And it's really just a mixture of like, what do you think you can do with enough consistency within 2 runs that you land it clean? Because not only do you have to do your hardest tricks, but you also have to make sure it's something that you're capable of landing within 2 runs.
For sure. And only getting, I mean, other than the Whistler locals, only getting like 2 days to train a course and change up your run and decide what's going down is definitely part of the challenge of a competition.
Coffee? No, I'm good, thanks.
I've got a sandwich in my bag.
I'm good for now.
We got Desmond Solursh dropping in here.
Yeah, killing it with that name right there.
Thank you. I tried my best.
I can't say I'm doing any better. Looks like maybe
Front swap, front 2.
yeah,
possibly?
right. I was just thinking switch 2 or switch 4. Switch 4 onto this first rail. Looks like he may get clean throughout that rail. He's going to be coming in forward into this first jump. Losing a little bit of the feed here, but looks like a big right dub 10 on the first jump, landing clean, coming into the cannon rail, the rail of choice for most of these athletes here. Looks like maybe a back 4 switch into this second jump, which we kind of missed, and he's
looks
cheering.
like he's stoked on it, so we'll be stoked on it too.
He looks very stoked on it.
Good job, Desmond.
We're excited to see his score come in here, but that looked like a pretty clean run top to bottom, so
Yeah, for
hopefully he gets
sure.
a good score and rewarded for that.
But don't worry, we've got a nice, clear vision of the run upwards.
Yes,
So no
exactly.
glitching here. So hopefully looking like we'll see these next 2 athletes in their first run a little bit more clearly on this live stream for you.
Yeah, up next we got bib number 60, Mavic McKinnon, I believe, coming up. Do you know where he's from?
I don't.
I do not either. I guess we'll see when it pops up on the screen.
For sure.
Canada.
From Canada.
Maybe a Whistler local. Maybe a home court advantage here for Mavic McKinnon. We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's on course, and he's going to hit that flat down.
Switch into the second rail feature. Switch 6, it looks like. The switch. Big spinning into that second rail feature. And that rail feature, that down to provides a lot of opportunity for athletes to do these bigger spins into without much consequence. Definitely, if you're going to be hitting the easier features like that on the side, it's something you want to be taking into consideration doing the harder, bigger spin trick as well. Looks like a big switch 9 on the second jump, maybe upright.
Yeah. And tucking into that last jump, too. Finishing it off with... I couldn't tell
It
you.
looked like a left
some type
core.
of left spin.
Yeah, it looked like a left core coming in.
And we've got our last athlete in Heat 1 for their first run, Ty.
Reichart, I believe. I don't know.
Okay.
We're going to
You
run
ca-
with that.
Okay, yes.
I think with some of these last names, you have to say them with confidence, and it is what it is. What it is. My last name is not easy either.
So true.
So, all confidence here from us in the booth today as we are announcing some of these runs. And you can see this is that hut that we are actually hanging out in right now. We can peek out our little window and look at some of the slope runs as they go by. Heat 2 will be, or run 2 of Heat 1 will be starting off soon, right after Ty drops in.
Yeah, out of our little window, we can see the first jump. So we'll do our best to let you know
What he
what's
gets up
going
to.
down. A switch cork 9 on that first jump, maybe catching the knuckle a little bit, but hopefully that means he's made it through a lot of his run clean so far.
Water's still frozen.
This time it's all on the fly by. It's all on the fly by, so it's like starting. That's why it's glitching. It's like, correct anything that needs to be corrected. But at the time, this is what we're looking at for scores.
Usually not some crazy adjustments to be happening, but we have bib 42 dropping in here, which should be
Looks like a back three
Jackson
swap.
Atkinson.
Looks like a frozen middle of the trick back.
Kind of a cool picture there to see.
Not sure what's going on in the second feature as well.
No, looks like something into a back two, coming in forward to that,
And we are
to the big jump.
and
We might
one
not
is
catch
third
the end
left.
of his run, but I'm thinking he's stomped. That's what I feel in my bones.
in your gut.
Yes.
My gut is full of bubbly soda right now, coffee, and a breakfast burrito.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not sitting too well to me.
Fair enough.
uh,
Got to go do some jumping jacks, a light jog.
yeah, something. I gotta do something here. But yeah, Heat 1 we'll wrap up in a second. Then we'll have 2 warm-up laps, I guess leg warmer laps for the people in Heat 2. They did train for the hour with Heat 1 earlier, and they will have had probably it's been an hour almost break since they were last on the course. So they'll get 2 runs just to warm up, get back into it, figure out the speed, make sure nothing's changed, and then we'll kick off Heat number 2. And we'll have a nice maintenance break for I think 45 minutes in between Heat 2 and training for Heat 3 and 4, and then we'll go the same kind of route for Heat 3 and 4 later in the afternoon today.
Yeah, for sure. And we only have 4 more athletes left to drop for their second run in this first heat. So we're starting to solidify,
The top
hopefully,
5,
our top
yeah.
5. So,
Yeah, and Avery Macyk sitting comfortably in that first position spot right now.
yeah, he's got a little bit of an edge on the rest of the field after landing and getting a good weather window there for his run.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, Avery Masyk's run, he knowing his skill level, it was a difficult run, but it was not the hardest run he could have done. He has more bigger tricks than that. And the main thing that he did really, really well in his first run is he put down a very, very clean top to bottom run. It was the cleanest run we saw all day. He had a good variety in jump tricks, good variety in rail tricks, made to the end of every feature, grabbed everything cleanly. So being clean is the name of the game today.
For sure, and when he has that extra little bit of skill level left in his bag there, I'm excited to see what his final run will look
Yeah,
like.
for sure. He's got a lot to up it on this course for sure. I think he can up it on the rails. I think he can up it on the jumps. He can improve on the grabs.
For sure.
And he did a smart move by not going all out in finals, just doing enough to put down a clean, solid run and qualify, because that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
If you can't win finals if you don't qualify. So.
For sure. I know I was going up the gondola with him this morning and I was trying to hype him up. He was a little bit bummed on the clouds, but obviously he got hyped and he was ready to put down a good
yeah,
run.
He put down a really good run, and he's got switch 14s. He's got better grabs in his dub 14s, and I know he can improve some of the rails as well. I mean, I like the backslide backcork 4. That's unique and super clean.
Yeah.
And the trend swap in the DFD is honestly he's one of the first people we've seen actually slide the DFD at the beginning of the course.
Seemed to have set him up pretty good for that second rail feature that some of the guys are opting to hit, the longer teardrop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We can see some of the athletes from Heat 2 just at the start gate getting ready to drop in for their
getting
laps.
ready. They're sitting there, hearts beating. They're ready for these 2 hot laps.
Yeah, they got some tunes in for sure. And you have to make these hot laps count because you did training an hour plus ago. It can be intimidating going into your comp run without doing tricks or hitting the course in an hour. It looks like we got a bit of fog rolling in on the first jump and probably the bottom jumps as well. So
Yeah, I'm thinking that's maybe what the course hold will be about, is just to be able to see this jump would be nice during a comp run.
Yes, yeah. And exactly, and as the weather rolls in and out of the course here in Whistler, we'll see some of the runs. If it's not a bluebird day, there's a lot of times where the cloud level is just perfectly on the last section of this course. And we'll see that maybe throughout Heat 2, maybe throughout Heat 3 and 4 today. It's one of those things that as an athlete you have to take into consideration and maybe just do a easier, clean run and put something down and and ski that way. And
Yeah,
not doing your
definitely
difficult
a
stuff.
challenge for the athletes, but maybe even more so for the judges.
Yeah,
They need
true. Yeah,
They need
yeah.
to see these guys to be able to give them
A good
an
score.
understanding score and like a valid score. So
Yeah, and from the drone shot up here at the top that you guys are watching the live stream, it does look clean, but you can see down past that second rail where we're kind of sitting at the first jump. It's quite foggy now. in a
yeah,
matter
looking
of
out our
minutes.
window, I can no longer see the jump we once could. So
Yeah, definitely a little bit of weather in play for some of these athletes here.
we're gonna need a big fan or something in here.
A really
Blow
big
out
fan.
the clouds.
Yeah, really big fan. It does seem like we are waiting for the judges here just to be able to get a full view of the course and the sections they're judging. And it's tough for some of these athletes because some of the athletes today will have good weather and some of the athletes later in the heat, like you might be first to drop and it might be sunny and beautiful out, and then you might be, bottom of the heat and you might have this kind of weather. And that is the sport. We are up on a mountain. There's a lot of variables, and you're just going to, as an athlete, you're just going to have to deal with it and do the best you can. Hopefully the weather lifts a little bit here, doesn't get worse, and we can get the rest of heat 1 done and move on to heat 2. Stay on track for the timing today.
For sure. Maybe a good time to shout out some of those really
Yes,
helpful sponsors we
absolutely.
have for Freestyle Whistler, Team BC, and for this entire competition. We've
Yeah.
got, well,
Take it away,
now you
Aiden.
can see them, but we've got some of our main sponsors, our gold level sponsor, Delta Hotels in Whistler and Village Suites.
We love them.
Definitely helping out for this comp. Our silver sponsors, Forecast Coffee,
I was there yesterday morning.
Gibbons Whistler, and Stone Sedge Kitchen, which I believe there was a little bit of a nice little banquet or a get to know each other event there for the athletes and volunteers on Tuesday. So that was pretty cool. Johnstone Mechanical, supporting Freestyle Whistler. We have a few partners. The Whistler and Blackcomb events team.
Putting on some awesome events in Whistler throughout the year as well. There's some big events coming up later next week as well.
For sure, and helping us with this. And we've got Arc'teryx, which is kind of a fun one.
Yeah.
Cool sponsorship there. I know sponsoring farther up in the Freestyle Canada level also.
Yeah, we have some awesome Freestyle Canada and Freestyle BC Arc'teryx gear.
We've got Chaos.
I'm wearing one of those toques right now. They're giving them out at the events table and stuff like that. They're
Yeah, we'll
very
say
comfortable.
very
Keeping my ears
soft.
warm.
Yeah, very soft, very nice. Got Whistler Connection, which is a
I
transportation.
took that on the way here,
Oh.
and I actually left my ski boots in the shuttle by accident. So
Oh,
Whistler
shoot.
Connections, we love you, but
Give
I'm gonna
his
need my boots back.
Definitely.
And the Pangea Pod Hotel, the place to be in West if you're looking for a spot to stay as well. Nice little hostel right there.
We've got a Dublin Gate Irish pub.
Yep, I go there sometimes in the spring, quite often.
Nice, nice.
It's a great pub right at the bottom of a Whistler base.
Yeah, if you're looking somewhere to go, take a little visit to while you're hanging out for the NorAm, that's one of the places to be.
Yeah, for sure. And Swanee Gloves as well, supporting the event here today.
I know I'm staying with some of the BC guys, and they got their Swanee Glove haul yesterday, and so I was getting a little preview into what they got, and it's pretty sick, pretty
Yeah, they have
good
nice gloves,
quality gloves. Yeah,
Awesome quality gloves.
we've got Mountain Park glassware. Pretty cool. There's some little glasses, and you can get the mountains on the inside of them. I know last year that was in a swag bag for the Senior Nationals event that Team BC put on. So
Yeah. And all in all, one big thanks to all the community around Whistler for just being so supportive in this. And the Tendalus Lodge, I'm staying there. It's beautiful. I was actually in the sauna last night, and I was
Ooh.
sweating. It's
Maybe-
a hot sauna. I was
Yeah.
sweating, and I jumped in the pool after. It was perfect.
nice. No heat in this little announcer hut. So maybe it'll be time for a sauna tonight also.
Exactly. Yeah. we also got Nestor's Market. I don't know if we mentioned them earlier, but it's one of the nicest grocery stores in Whistler, and a great spot for all the locals to go and grab some food as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I think we're still on hold here with the judges. The fog has definitely rolled in quite significantly.
Yeah, I'd
so we're
say
just waiting.
increased. We opened the door here, and some cloud rolled actually into this little
Yeah,
hut
it's getting
we have
foggy
now,
in the foggy in the booth here.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I think that we're gonna let you guys just sit for a second. We'll stop boring you with our chit chat while we wait for the course to be off hold.
10 years.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We had some course delay with the fog. The judges weren't able to see the athletes. I'm going to take a quick break before we wrapped up the last 4 athletes there. We didn't quite have the live stream going for those last 4 athletes. However, the Heat 1 has now wrapped up, and Heat 2 is going for their 2 training laps / leg warmers after training earlier this morning. All these guys have kind of been sitting around for a while, so they're going to really have to use these 2 laps to get a feel for the course again, get back into it, and get a better understanding of how the course is running since the last time they were up. You guys can see everybody dropping in here. It should be about 25 minutes before we start dropping the first people from Heat 2. We have the unofficial results for Heat 1 qualifying. We got Avery Macyk in first, Anton Holter in second, Marty Kingston in third, Oliver Neal in fourth, and Landon-Owen-Mold on the bubble. Taking that last spot. Again, unofficial results for qualifying right now, but they'll be firmed up very soon. So, yeah, Heat 1 is wrapped up. We are on our way to Heat 2. They're just training. And we'll get back to you guys once training is over, and we're dropping the first people from Heat 2. And just before we dive into things here, we might as well give a quick shout out to our sponsors once again. A very special thank you to our lead community partners, Hilton, Whistler, Spa and Resort, Nestor's Market, and Tantalus Lodge. Their support extends far, far beyond this event, and they've been longtime supporters of Freestyle Whistler. These partnerships consistently set up in ways that make events like this possible for all the athletes, so that is amazing. Gold sponsors, we have a special thank you to Delta Hotels and Whistler Village Suites. Our gold sponsor is located right in the heart of Whistler Village. And our silver sponsors, Forecast Coffee, Gibson's Whistler, and Johnston Mechanical, and Mountain Community and Experience Partners, holding it down for us here at the NorAm Cup. And like I said, we'll be back to you guys with Heat 2 qualifications coming up soon in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Hopefully the weather stays a little bit like it is now. It's foggy, but not so bad that the judges aren't able to see the full course and give out scores. And hopefully we can stay on schedule today and get qualifying all wrapped up for the men.
For those of you who are still hanging in there watching, we are going to try to fix this live stream for you. So there is a chance that this live stream will end, but if it does, catch us back on the same YouTube channel on Freestyle Whistler, and we're just waiting for some weather. So hopefully within the next hour, we'll get this competition up and going again. Okay, bye. Looks like we are going to try and start the second heat here for today's men's slopestyle qualifiers for the Whistler NorAm 2026. And after some not so brief delays from fog and clouds, we're going to give it our best go. We've got our drone hopefully working a little bit better. So hopefully you guys at home and all those fans can cheer on and listen to and watch all of your favorites compete today. Our live stream just missed Hugh McMinnon as his first run, scoring a unofficial 48. So we'll see where that lands in the field. After the first heat was a little bit difficult with conditions and everything, and visibility definitely didn't get much better. But up next we have Matthew Lepine from Ontario dropping in.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're back here on the mic. Heat 2 is getting well underway. The weather cleared a little bit briefly, but it's going to be in and out for the rest of the day and the rest of the heats. Hopefully we can keep everything on track and get through all of the qualifying heats today. It's going to be a little bit of a tough schedule, and we'll keep you updated on how that's going. We're back with the live stream and the drone footage, and seems to be looking quite good. We do have the first person who's already gone, so getting Heat 2 well underway. Hopefully we get to see some more full top-to-bottom runs throughout the day, and hopefully the weather holds off for the athletes and they're able to showcase what they got. Once again, if you guys want to see the live scoring, you can go to Live Heats, and it'll be there as well. And just for reference, when we are saying unofficial scoring, the scoring on Live Heats will not be official from the judges until after the heat is concluded, and they've made sure that everybody's in their correct positions based on the runs. They're just going to go review everything, but it's a good basis to understand where everybody is placement-wise throughout the event, and just keeping track of things. We had Heat 1 wrap up. The first 5 riders from that heat are going to finals, and same for Heat 2, 3, and 4. Total of 20 athletes for finals. So in this heat number 2, keep an eye out for the people in the top 5 on Live Heats. Those will be the guys that will be looking to go to finals. And there is a little bit of a weather break here as we're waiting for the second person to drop. He's in the start gate behind the 10, waiting anxiously. Looks like he's got the goggles over the helmet. Maybe some foggy issues there. Oh, I thought the starter was out. I thought the starter was the athlete, but no, he's actually underneath the tent there.
Looks like Matt is getting ready to drop, so hopefully this second heat will be on its way, cruising. There still is a decent amount of cloud. Oh, I lied. He took his skis off, so we might be waiting a little bit longer for this cloud.
Yeah, Matthew's one of these guys that's been on quite a tear this year on the NorAm circuit. He has done quite well podiuming at events, rail jams, and stuff as well. Big Air in Stoneham. And he's got some good tricks all around. He's got some good tricks on the jumps and some good tricks on the rails. And he's definitely one of the guys like Hugh McMinnon and some other guys in this heat as well that will be gunning for one of those final spots. In terms of live streams on YouTube, if you guys are having issues finding the live stream or anything like that in the future, just go to Freestyle Whistler and you will see YouTube live, and you can click on the live stream there. And when the live stream's on, obviously it'll say live. And you can join, and we'll be keeping you updated with everything that's going on. Once again, the fog, like within a matter of minutes, has rolled in the bottom half of this course. You can't really see it on the drone footage at the very top, but the bottom half of the course is pretty much a whiteout. I can't see 10 feet outside the window here. So definitely battling the conditions. Tough for the athletes because they're out there training. They do their warm-ups. They're all ready to go. And then now they're stuck waiting on the fog because the judges can't even see all the features at the bottom of the course. It's one of the challenging things when it comes to any kind of skiing event in general, but especially slopestyle events on a mountain, especially as big as Whistler. Weather does roll in and it does play a factor.
Yeah, and especially with all these delays, we're now not only battling the weather, but also the time restrictions of light and just when the hill is running. So hopefully we can get through all 4 of these heats, give everyone a solid chance to complete their 2 runs, but we'll just play it by ear a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a little tough for the viewers at home with the weather and the breaks here, but I think it's a good time to give a shout out to our gold sponsors. A special thank you to Delta Hotels Whistler Village Suites. Located in the heart of Whistler, Delta Hotel Whistler Village Suites cash donation and room deals played a key role in helping us elevate this year's NorAm experience. We are grateful for their leadership level commitment to the event and to the freestyle community. They're absolutely killing it for all the athletes and event staff out here today. And you can also see a full list of all the sponsors of this amazing event Freestyle Whistler is putting on here over the course of the weekend up on the screen right now in the live stream. Fog is still super heavy, so we are going to be on hold a little bit longer. Hopefully it'll clear up in the next 10 minutes.
tell you too much. I can't feel fine, but it's true. I don't wanna tell you too much. I can't
All right, guys, welcome back. I am sorry to update you that we have had to postpone the rest of today's qualifications until tomorrow. So heats 2, 3, and 4 will be going tomorrow. We don't have official updates on when they will be going yet, but we have updated the description of this live stream with a link to the website, the Freestyle Whistler website, where you can see all the updates as they come in. It will be coming in later today. They have a team captain's meeting at 5 o'clock, I believe, this afternoon, and they will update it from there to get the full schedule for tomorrow. Not necessarily sure exactly what that will look like, whether we have the ladies going straight to finals or we're trying to run all the men's qualifying, girls qualifying, and finals tomorrow for Slopestyle. That'll be updated on the website. So again, once again, it's in the description of this YouTube video, so you guys can go click on the link in there for the website or go to Freestyle Whistler, and it'll be there as well. We had to postpone this afternoon's qualification mainly just due to safety concerns with weather and stuff like that, as well as time restrictions for the course here. Very unfortunate, but we're going to try our best to get everything underway tomorrow and keep the schedule and the event on track and as many of the events going for the athletes as possible. Hopefully the weather cooperates a little bit better with us tomorrow. Before I sign off, I just wanted to give a big thanks to all of our sponsors once again, league community partners. Very special thank you to Hilton Whistler Resort and Spa, Nestor's Market, and Tantalus Lodge, whose support extends far, far beyond this event. Longtime supporters of Freestyle Whistler, these partners have consistently set up in ways that make events like this possible. Hilton Whistler Resort and Spa is located in the heart of Whistler Village, right in the center steps from Whistler Blackcomb Gondola, and has generously donated the competition office space that will serve as the operation hub of the event. That's where we're doing the TMC meeting at 5, just to make sure that we can sort out tomorrow. Nestor's Market generously supporting our volunteer lunches and keeping them fueled all day long. I had one of those sandwiches today. It was quite good. And the Tantalus Lodge is one of Whistler's original hotels and has gone above and beyond, extending reduced accommodation rates for our officials. I'm staying there as well. Beautiful resort, sauna, everything like that. Their support is truly meaningful and helps us attract and host the people needed to deliver this high-level event. And hopefully our events team can get everything going for you guys tomorrow. Our gold sponsor, special thank you to Delta Hotels, Whistler Village and Suites, located in the heart of Whistler Village as well. They supplied a cast donation and room deals, played a key role in helping us elevate this year's NorAm experience. We are grateful for their leadership level commitment to this event and to the freestyle community, not only here in Whistler, but in North America as well, really helping with this event. Silver sponsors Forecast Coffee, born in Whistler in 2022 and is built around mountain culture, community, and ethical source coffee. Their support helps keep our officials and volunteers fueled, and we are thrilled to have them on board as our coffee partner and a valued silver sponsor. I was downing some coffee today while we were waiting in between runs here, so looking forward to some more of that Forecast Coffee tomorrow. Gibbons Whistler, Stone's Edge Kitchen. Gibbons Whistler has been a part of Whistler's social fabric since 1979. For those of you guys who are Whistler locals, you'll know about Gibbons. Proud to have them as a silver sponsor of the event with a cash donation, as well as being our hosts of our welcome après for the event. We thank them for their ongoing support. John Stones Mechanical, and sincere thank you to John Stones Mechanical for their continued support for Freestyle Whistler. We are grateful for to have them on board as a silver sponsor as well. And Mountain Community and Experience Partners. We're also proud to recognize the following sponsors and supporters as well. Whistler Blackcomb Events Team, huge thank you to them for getting everything going today. I know we had some issues with the weather, but it's bound to happen up in the mountain, and hopefully we can get everything sorted out for you guys tomorrow. So quickly before I leave, once again, all the updates are going to be on the Freestyle Whistler website, and you can find that link in the description of this live stream. Just go to the description and you can click on the link, and we'll update them as we go on. It'll probably be later this afternoon, and we'll be back on the live stream for you guys tomorrow, hopefully getting everything done. Have a great day, and our apologies for the event.